guys primarily worked Monday through Friday.
So now we're both working weekends? Every weekend, both of us? I thought we were like working out our shift, like she was gonna do it or I was gonna cover for the weekend, not both of us working. Because I mean, both of our schedules just changed, right?
What do you mean? Just changed?
Where you're both working weekends. If I understand correctly, if you would rather like alternate both weekend days with her, where she works Saturday, Sunday one week, you work Saturday, Sunday the other week, that might be a flexible something we can do. But what we're trying to do is
you would have that week, you'd be on the weekend, but then you'd be off the following.
yeah, that we could either we can do it that way or have it, which you made it sound when we talked before that you physically cannot do Sundays when we had talked.
Well, I just don't know my basketball schedule. That's my problem with the whole weekend, period. So if I had my Wednesdays that I was cleaning and I'm working a shift on the weekend because I wasn't here Wednesday, that's just what I was under the impression. So now the schedule, literally I don't work any more Wednesdays.
I mean,
So I'm working every Saturday. I can't do that.
We'll schedule a couple times. I know the week of Thanksgiving, you're not on because we have 2 paid holidays. So there's some people that we don't need to work. If that was like
No, that's the week I clean. That Wednesday, I'm cleaning that day because I talked to you about that Wednesday, and you were like, because I was fine working Friday, but then I'm on that Saturday because I'm cleaning, and that's that weekend. But it's just the every weekend I can't do Saturday every Saturday, and you'd mentioned my off day is Wednesdays now. Well, that doesn't help me any. I mean, what happened to my regular Wednesdays when I'm working? I don't know how that happened.
I keep trying to tell you, if you're working on a weekend, which is where we need the coverage, you're gonna have a weekday off. I left it just as a Wednesday for clear simplicity. However, it could potentially be Monday or Friday or Thursday. It's just when you work 5 days and a Saturday or a Sunday, you're gonna be off on a weekday as well.
Yeah, it's not something that I want to do. It's permanent for you guys where we, expect you to work the weekend, but, that is kind of the reality of the store. Like, we have multiple people that are able to do it and are cross-trained to do it, but those 2 days when my 2 full-time receptionists are both off leaves us a gap. And that's what I need to address. I need to figure out how we can make that work. And if I don't schedule you guys at least one day, that puts us in a bottleneck.
Have you looked at my schedule for the next 4 weeks?
You're basically just, it's the same for the most weeks on, because we don't even have December, it's through the next couple weeks. So that's this week.
Go back to the week previous.
That was a cleaning week, so this is the first week, I think, where we have her for sure on 5 days. So this is the Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then here, similar. And same for that one. And then we don't think. It's basically, I just left her Wednesday, which she was cleaning off, and swooped it for Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Which this one's not even completely out yet. I don't think. Right? Yeah, this one's not out yet. So it's the next 3 weeks. And Natalie's in on Sunday mornings.
And this Saturday morning, because Natalie just worked the previous Saturday. But the Saturday mornings, just with your son's basketball schedule.
Well, this weekend I'm running a volleyball clinic. My Saturdays are, I'm locked in. Because I can't have one take off. That's his most busiest day he works, We just went through that for the last 6 weeks. I don't know. Because I had mentioned I could do Wednesday nights when I'm not here cleaning Wednesday, but I just can't. I don't know.
The key is
I mean-
the weekends. Like we need weekend coverage and reception.
Because if I had receptions right now, like the coverage days that we don't need would be during the week, like Thursdays, Fridays. Thursdays and Fridays. It's huge having you and Nat. Just expect to be there. That's okay, but the days where we're slow, like I have the ability to pull people up there for shifts. But the weekend shifts, those are the days where we need it the most. And if I'm pulling people, then that doesn't give flexibility again where we need it.
I don't know. Not sure. So you think it's okay that I'm working the next 3 Saturdays? And that my 2 Wednesdays were taken away? Like, legitimately for my life and my household, like, what's the other Wednesday? I don't work. I don't have an income that day. It's not, I don't know.
Well, that day that you're not on the schedule for Wednesdays where you're not cleaning, you wouldn't be losing any money. You still have the same amount of days.
It's just on Saturday instead of Wednesday.
Yeah, but you realize my kids are in school during the week, so that's my best availability. That's when I was hired, why I was hired here, because of my availability for my kids. They're number one. Like, I don't know. That's my number one priority, is my kids and their schedule and being there for them for anything. So I don't know.
Well, that's why originally when we talked, I really wanted to, make sure that's what we went over, and we had time. At the time, that was about 3 weeks for us to try to make a game plan. And here we're 4 days now. I mean, that time, I spoke to people in corporate just to see if this was a realistic expectation for any employee. And that time was to see, what we can do to try and accommodate for both parties.
Meaning me and Swade? Or what, both parties?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, if it's Saturday, like there's days of the week, like if you're on that Saturday, if you wanted the next week, if it was, we could look at it like Monday mornings aren't busy. Like if you wanted like maybe a Sunday, Monday, like the days, what we're running into and why we had the original conversation is because the days with the receptionists need to change.
Even though you guys just hired 4 people that work reception? Because before we had nobody. Like me, and there was no one to work reception before this. Before we hired Isaiah, Nick, and I look at their schedules, none of them can help me. None of them can. I tried to take their Wednesdays, the days I wasn't working that I don't clean. I tried to switch out, but there's no availability to switch out.
Which is to the point we were saying prior, that's why we need you guys on the weekends. We don't have the staffing
Because I need
to
them
do
on the
that.
floor.
Alrighty, I gotta figure something out. But, I don't know. I'm not and then finding out that someone else on the shift has requested Sundays off because that's how they were hired in. Well, this is how I was hired in, and I've already been through 3 meetings on keeping my schedule. This is the 3rd time. So like I was hired in because I can't work Saturdays and Sundays because I'm fully committed to my family. And you have someone that's been here a few months and he gets off every Sunday with no problem. It's weird that I feel like I'm not being accommodated. I don't want special treatment, but I have been here a while to work for this schedule, I think. You know? And I told you, I mean, I don't want to worry about other people, but Natalie's like my friend outside of here too. I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out.